So you probably know I have some time spent in Roblox Fisch. Yeah, it's kinda bizarre how many times I spend here, and that's why I'm making this video on Friday. I hope you are doing great, and this video will be focusing on some secret facts that I came up with myself with playing Fisch for a whole year, maybe longer, and with recording. So by the way, these facts are randomly put together because this is what I was brainstorming past like 3 days, and I hope you will enjoy this video. And by the way, this video is inspired by some Minecraft facts before sleeping, because I am watching it right now frequently. Every time I'm laying in my bed, I just search the tutorial or some Minecraft facts. So I hope you will like this video, but most importantly, tell me in the comments if you know all of these facts, because if you play this game, you probably will know these facts, but for some newbies, these facts could be surprising. Or if you know another fact, so we can make second part or something like this. But most importantly, support me with your like and watch video to the end. So as you know, if you are endgame player in Fisch, you are getting bored because you have 100% of all rods, you have 100% of all bestiary, and maybe you know all of the skins because Trading Plaza is now popular. But the interesting fact is that if you are really bored and you don't have anything to do, titles are for you. It's saving you out of the boredom. And for example, I choose Roslit Bay because from this greedy Roslit blacksmith you could get some Japanese titles saying you are dumb, but you need to pay 1 billion. But the interesting thing is there are plenty titles, and Fisch newly added 6 new titles, and it's kinda bizarre and kinda tricky because you need to die a lot. For example, the hardest quest is probably die to Nico, which you have like 2% every 120 seconds. If you scroll all of the titles on Fisch Wiki, there are some interesting titles that it's worth try. So for example, we can say there is title you need to die 100 times on falling dripstones. Yeah, there is one title that you can found sardine in meteor. You can die 3 times in meteor, you get nature selection, or something like level apprentice. If you don't know, this is kinda forgotten, but if you are going under this daily shop dogs, you can actually press this lever and you are level apprentice, which is kinda interesting title. Don't worry, I didn't forget, I choose titles you can get right now. But there are some ancient title as Title Lord. This was for achieving 2500 level, and there are many titles from limited skins, limited codes, and that stuff. So if you are bored, you can go through all of the titles and you can complete these, including the new titles on dying. So the next interesting things are cutscene. I know maybe you guys forgot about cutscene because probably you have disabled Fisch cutscene. But the interesting thing is you can get unique cutscene. I don't know if these type of cutscene works on these 3 fishes because I didn't test it yet. But if we are looking at Calm Zone, if you catch crystallized sea dragon with shiny mutation, he will be shiny it cutscene. Unfortunately on Scylla, for example, or for example on Kraken, these mutations don't work, and that means you can only see shiny variant in the water, but you can't see them in the cutscene. But also I just want to say I didn't find it myself, I got it actually from Free2P. Actually this is kinda ancient fact, but I hope it can help you guys, because if you are trying to do masteries and you need only to catch fish, not perfect catch the fish, you can actually use clam abundance, and every glitch effect counts. If you are applying glitch potions, glitch gloves, then you can apply Shell of Fortune. Actually, you can get even 10 fishes from 1 clam, because it will be multiplying as hell. This is actually known from my videos like 6 months ago, where I complete 100% of masteries, and I only did it in this scenario. For example, if you are going on Falks, I have only 8000 fishes, but if you are going to masteries, you need to complete 10,000 fishes. So you can choose this method and you can complete 10,000 fishes in 2,500 fishes. So from my Adusan community, this is known fact. We are even using this on farm your pets or companion, we can say, but many guys don't know it and they are farming with macro overnight. Farm here. If you are using macro and you don't want money, you just want to complete some masteries, farm here. This is the best way how to farm masteries, pets, or even some items, or even some divine secrets. So even as content creator, I helped so many guys from my community with, for example, Spirit Binder, because you need only to appraise. But but the mutation spirit is kinda rare, and for me it's kinda easy because I am using the Game Pass Appraise Fish, which is kinda pay to win in Fish. We all know this is pay to win because you can appraise fastly as hell with Enter. But the most interesting thing is that there is better way, and that's Drown Appraiser. It's kinda similar with comparing it with Game Pass, but this fella can give you all of the valuable mutations, and everybody was hunting the Moor mutation on Moonstone. The best thing is to pop mutation search and try this appraiser. You can even click auto clicker and you can scroll Instagram reels or whatever you want. So kinda nostalgic fact, by the way, these buildings weren't here originally. Maybe you guys know, maybe not, because everybody was joining Fish after second sea was deleted. But these houses are originally from Waveborn. They just press copy and paste, but it's kinda nice, and I hope they will be adding more second sea objects. I was really fan of Second Sea, so this video can take you in past because Second Sea was beautiful. Even on my Discord, if we are talking with my grinders, unnecessary remove. And if we are even looking in Rusted Bay on these craters, they are from Ember Reach. You see, even running in this crater, it's giving me so much nostalgia from Second Sea. You know, underground music venue is kinda getting overusing on quests. We got the developers quest, then we got the Pinions area right here, then we got some venue takeover, but okay, but the interesting thing here is that, okay, we got the cockroach here, which is a reference on the puzzle, exactly the Death String puzzle, if you remember this thing, but the interesting thing is that we got Evil Guide here. And everybody was thinking it's for Gapirot, it's some secret quest. No, if you are zooming it, there is some wiki match or something like this. There is the reference on Fandom Wiki, how Fandom Wiki is full of lies and that stuff. But guys, remember, Fandom Wiki is created by people who actually play this game, so Fandom Wiki is 50-50. Point of Fandom Wiki is that it's faster than normal Fish Wiki. That's why. But this is the reference and joke for Fandom Wiki. So if you are new in Fish, this is kinda nostalgic, because the best way how to explore things is the emote pumpkin. If we are lining right here and we press emote pumpkin, you can go to some locked place as this thing. This was meant to be some secret quest, it was again cancelled. Then we got Nate's Crown and then we got Keep Fishing. There you got all of the symbolic fishes of fish, but that's not all Moosewood is offering. Maybe you guys forgot, there is the secret passage you can get again by eliding yourself, pressing shift, copy the emote pumpkin, you are here, and this place is again unsolved. It was meant to be nothing. You can find here the tiny lever, and if you click it, some things happen. I don't know if this will be unfinished in Fall Fish, I don't know, but this is kinda interesting. But the main thing of this fact is that you can actually glitch through the emote pumpkin. So if we are visiting entrance to the Sanctum, there is kinda Easter egg, but you need to be glitching a lot. So first of all, I recommend you to switch accessories to Amplifying Boots. There you got it, because you can jump higher with coil. Then we need to go right here. Look at me, and then just jump right here. Press space how many times, and you are under this. I am under the sanction. Unfortunately, you can't do anything here because there is barrier from Layla. Yeah, because people were glitching here. But if you are following me and you go here, press shift and jump, you are here. You see, there is slight space that you can jump through the shift. And if we are going here, you got the Easter egg here. This is actually new for me, because when I was trying to find some secret facts, I was actually glitching everywhere, and this is what I found. This is Easter egg from Layla. You got the Rotund seal here, and please stop trying to glitch in. So this is kinda nice Easter egg. I don't know if you guys know about this, but kinda nice, no? Alright, so this fact is kinda known, but those who don't know, I just want to mention in this video because it can help you. Actually, you know, Toucan can give you baits, but everywhere it can give you only poopy baits as bagel and that stuff. But here in the Lost Jungle, he can even give you secret baits as glowworms. He can even give you exotic baits, and then he can even give you some interesting baits. And you can farm here with macro or whatever you want, and glowy worms are kinda crazy. Then we got the dragonfly. Then we got the ant, for example. They are kinda nice baits. They are better baits than bagel and that stuff. To use it right now, because you know how fish is now behaving. will get the nerf. So as I was mentioning the glyphs and secret messages, it's known in fish they are not even doing this thing. I think the fish in future it's like you need to know this developer, then you can solve it. But fish has its own glyphs language. What does it mean? That in past maybe it's better to showing on screen and it was referencing on something. For example, this one is Tuzvu no, but in current fish there are 3 location of glyphs, which was the birch cave event, then it's trident chamber or the main place you are unlocking the trident, and then secret messages. Most of the secret messages were originally in Roslit Bay, and they were just some prequel to freaking Mariana's Veil. But if you even jump here, oh sorry, it took me a bunch of tries, but these type of messages are not pointing on anything else than Mariana's Veil. So, or maybe Cthulhu. Cthulhu was the biggest failure of fish. But actually, if you've seen these messages, they are meaning nothing. So stop screenshotting them and sending them to content creators, because these messages are just all. I just wanted to ensure guys you know this, because many guys found this message and oh, what does it mean? No. This message is just pure rage bait and it's think of past fish. This is just min-maxing fact. You got many weathers, but the interesting weathers are events we got in fish, and we will be focusing on Night of Fireflies because all nocturnal fish have a 2x catch rate. And this is kinda crazy because many guys thinking this is useless event, but in fish there are 345 nocturnal fishes. That means even if I will be typing for example catfish, catfish is nocturnal fish. You can use this exact fish you can use on some masteries, as was the Nico Yarcaster, and many of these fishes are needable for some quests. So I recommend you guys, if you got Night of the Fireflies, don't skip it, place the Aurora, and you can even min-max your chances, like you can even make more money and that stuff. So this is just known, and if you are scrolling there is interesting to Moonlit Mirage, which has lunar mutation and it can give you fish weight, but this is kinda rare. It was only to increase the chance of lunar threats in the past, and as everybody knows, mini events are kinda game breaking. For example, the high weight catch chance, it can increase your aquariums to absolute peak. So this is kinda forgotten fact, and we are not talking about Glimmerfin or something like this. Actually, you can increase your server lag by catching, and this rod was kinda crazy idea, but it was forgotten. So if you don't know, maybe you got tons of baits here. So we are aiming on Clover Cluster, which got mutation Lucky Gold, and if you are using Leprechaun line, and for example you and your friends would be stacking this server lag, so it works that way that whenever the fish is Lucky Gold, the server lag is increasing by 2. Yeah, we got the fish, so now if we are fishing the Lucky Gold, the server lag is increasing by 2x. You see right here. The problem of this thing that it's on 1 minute, but I think the time is stackable, and I don't know why I put this in this video, but in past I would never imagine that we could get rod that is increasing your server lag. So you probably know there is Lullaby rod. This was the best secret hunting in whole fish. And you know, we got some new mutation, Rainbow and Prismatic. But would you be surprised if I will tell you Rainbow is not a new mutation in fish? Few people know this, but the Rainbow was actually possible to getting in second sea. If you remember Lobster King, this was kinda symbolical fish, and it was in some downfalling era, but it has its own cutscene. And the most interesting thing is that if you spawn the Rainbow and you caught the King Lobster, you have 30% chance on obtaining him with the Rainbow mutation. So probably if you have Rainbow King Lobster, I think this is so rare fish because this fish is extinct. You can't get this fish anymore, which was only existing if you spawn Rainbow and catch him with Rainbow. And the catch was easy because it was through lobster fishing. And it's kinda crazy that Rainbow existed in second sea. It was rare as hell, but it existed in second sea, and Rainbow was released in same time as King Lobster. Kinda crazy, right? I was doing my research. So in recent fish, there is actually a way to craft your own totems. But the problem here is that this NPC totem carver was never used by anybody because it's comically expensive. For example, best totem from these totems is Rainbow Totem. But you see, we need Sparkling Shiny Driftwood with Mythical, we need 2 of these, we need Mythical Moonstone and we need Mythical Golden Sea Pearl. If these mutations were something different, it could make sense, but now it's overpriced and this NPC is not getting usage at all. So this exact fact is nostalgic, and rest in peace hunt fishes, because in second sea there were 2 hunts that weren't added to C1. And for example, it was Sea Leviathan. It was like a long noodle, but okay, it was kinda crazy. It had even its own cutscene. I don't know, I hunted him, I even see AdusanBlox make some King's Blessing video and that stuff. That's kinda unfortunate that we removed this thing. But my most favorite thing was the Apex Leviathan, which I got sitting, so you probably can see him, so I am stupid. But I got many of these Apex Leviathans and they were kinda crazy. Look at him, this was crazy as hell, and this was the best fishing method. In past there was bug, the pool was infinite, and obviously guys were making a lot of money and a lot of XP. So that's just kinda nostalgic fact. I hope these hunts will be added, or is the Sea Leviathan, because Sea Leviathan was symbolical for second sea. If you are visiting new trading plaza, you even heard the nostalgic music from second sea. Oh, that's kinda nice. It takes you so back to second sea, and in this video we are praising second sea. But if you remember the old trading plaza, where were the doublons, and there was, instead of this star, there was the fountain and you can fish there. Now you cannot, but you can fish there and it was auto fishing for you. This thing was game breaking as hell. The best thing was you can get actual nukes, and the nuke automatically went to your inventory. So you see, I got bunch of nukes and it was kinda game breaking because nukes were rare as hell and you can just get these items by auto clicking overnight, and it was auto fishing. It was not like micro. You need only auto clicker that it will not kick you as AFK player. Alright, so we are almost getting at the end of the video. The interesting thing, if you guys didn't know, Fish had pay-to-win mechanics as eggs. Now eggs can drop from personal aquarium, daily rewards or some hunts. But the problem with this thing is that we get only free-to-win chances. What does it mean? If we are scrolling here, we got favorite egg and cursed egg. These were pay-to-win. And you got possible rewards. This is normal free-to-play eggs. 191 years. This is official wiki, by the way. So the Blubbermouth boat could take you this many hours. The King of the Kraken, which is crazy boat, could take you 213 days. But that's not with the pay-to-win egg, because if you are going with pay-to-win egg, the chances are increased as well, and it could take you 60,000 Robuxes, which is that's expensive as hell. And same for Cthulhu. But my question is, we are not in pay-to-win era. Why we are getting free to play? Why not the favorite egg? Why? Like these eggs are not existing. Are we still not getting these pay-to-win eggs to free to play? I don't know. This is question for developers. Think it would even hurt too big to release these eggs? By the way, if we are loading, is so nice skin. Look at him. Has even its own animation and that stuff. Alright, so we are ending with this one fact. I'm staying in Trading Plaza because I really like this music. The last fact was that you could actually found the Giga Chat emoji head, and maybe there are some screens, but right now I think it's replaced or it's removed. But you could find this Moai, and it was reference on jungle eco, and it was found in ocean next to Lost Jungle. But right now I was even looking on YouTube videos and I couldn't find the coordinates. There was again a Glyphs message, you need to encrypt it, and it was only telling you something that he will not leave, and they delete him. So that was just last facts. I think we got 19 facts. Tell me in the comments if you know everything. If you know everything, you are OG Fisher. And if you didn't know everything, tell me what was interesting one. And if you just like next part, I will be asking my community on all of the secret facts that they know, because I don't know everything. This was only from my brain. And if this video gets 100 likes, I will be doing part 2. So yeah, press the like and hype me because I am dying content creator.